Hey, we are back. Next episode of Just the Show. Thanks for tuning in. We want to start off with saying a special thank you to the many, many people who have signed up already for the Orange and Black. You can sign up. Right here is a link. Rob's going to put it on the screen. Very cool. We can't see it, but you can imagine. Have you seen those things, how they do that?
I'm still working my way through links.
Yeah. So links will be there. You can sign up, join us, partner with us, help us keep athletics thriving and being excellent at Greenville University. And before the show, we were just talking about gear and how you would like some more gear.
I need gear.
So maybe
that's a real need.
It is.
This is 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years old.
We would take any comments on what you think Doug Faulkner would look good in, and then we could kind of set him up for the next show.
I think
most
that's great.
people our age don't have the clothing that we need. I mean, I had a grandbaby, and I said, I'm pretty sure he has more clothes than me already. And my wife said, he does, and he has more hair than you.
Yes.
We need to remind me later. I have some GU volleyball onesies, so I'll grab. You can take that home, and that might be.
They did try that at North Carolina State. Nike put the whole team in a singlet.
Yeah.
And Coach Valvano was the coach, and he said, you guys got to go out. And you got to play this game. We signed a contract, and the kids were like, "No, I'm not doing it." So they put regular shorts on over the wrestling singlet.
I like it.
And they had a nice, form-fitting jersey, but then the shorts were long, and it didn't fly. But they tried it for one night.
I like it.
But so I'm willing to try something for one night.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Special show this week. We have a guest, and I didn't tell these guys who was coming. So this is kind of what we did before, but I gave you zero prep. But I think it'll flow really good once this person comes.
Right.
I'm not even going to talk about them at all because I don't want you to know who it is.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to get this going here. Let's see.
What are you doing?
I'm just letting them know.
Oh, letting them know. Okay,
it's
gotcha.
time. So they'll knock on the door and come in,
All right.
and then we'll dive in. And I think it'll be a really good surprise. If you guys want to bring guests, you can.
Questions about? I mean,
You could ask me
you don't
one
wanna
or
give it
two.
all, yeah.
Go ahead. You could ask me one or two.
Go ahead, George.
well,
You got
I
a
was just
question?
gonna say, this has to be a person that we don't see very often, I would think.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because he keeps building it up as a special guest.
Well, he's done a good job building it up. That's kind of what he does.
Okay.
There's a lot of superficial stuff up here, not much down there.
Oh, wow. No, I think it's a very special guest. I think you'll really enjoy it. So I'm trying. I gave the signal.
That was just
No,
this,
let me
Is that Rob's
check.
camera?
Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Come in.
Come on in.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, there it is. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a seat, Scott.
Yeah.
Are we separating George and I?
Yeah.
No. Right there.
Okay.
I'll give you
Come
a
on
high
in.
for that. Thank you. Wow.
There it is.
Amazing.
Okay.
This is
George, I had texted Tom this morning,
This is
and
so
I wanted
great.
to bring, there's little medals.
right.
Oh yeah. I wanted to bring that and have it come out of my pocket. So
Right.
you did that, right? But
I am telling you, this is the best surprise. I mean, I was floored that you came over. Thank you so much.
But George, we still have some business.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we gotta get to it.
Yeah.
We gotta get to
Tom
it.
and Doug
Yeah,
told me that I could have some time with you.
Oh yeah. That's
Because
fair game.
your call out has caused a lot of angst for me.
I'm sure.
I can see
A
that.
lot of angst. So I
Yeah.
need my notes.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
Oh,
No problem.
yes. All right. Okay.
No, wait. Before we do that, Scott.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on here. This goes back to 1998,
Yeah.
and this is Maryville University, 99, Webster, 2000,
Yeah.
Webster, 2001, Webster, 2, Webster.
Yeah.
Quadbon gets it in 3.
Yeah.
So
Webster
really,
4,
I think it's like-
Webster 5,
Yeah.
Webster 6, Webster 7, Webster 8, Webster 9.
We'll get into Tom.
We gotta go to the other side.
He's
All
gonna
right,
count
George.
every
Webster
one.
10.
Once he goes, just let him go, Scott.
Webster 11,
Yeah,
Webster
but
12,
George,
Webster
George, George, look,
Okay.
this thing hasn't been updated, right?
Okay.
And I know Doug had told me that we have like, especially with the furor that this has caused,
Yeah,
we've
right.
got about 3 million viewers of this podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Absolutely.
I also know talking with Tom that
Yeah.
that and Doug that we've got well you guys
Yeah.
have major corporate sponsors. So
Oh,
we're
That's right.
We're
okay.
kind of
Yeah,
cut on
okay.
time so
I
that he can meet his
understand.
contractual
I
obligations.
Absolutely.
So, and now we need to
Absolutely.
get into the business here,
Wow.
George. All the issues you've caused.
Okay,
me
let's
with
take
that
it. Can we take it
call.
one by one? And do I
Yeah,
do
we
I
can-
call,
we
can I
can-
lifeline a friend
Well,
if I need to?
You're on the hot seat,
Okay,
man.
I'm on the hot seat.
You're
Fair
gonna have
enough.
to listen for a while.
Fair
okay?
enough.
So George,
Yes.
you may not know this. I'm big into mixed martial arts. Okay.
Oh,
All right?
okay.
So a good friend of mine, the bad guy, the American gangster, Chael Sonnen of the Ultimate Fighting Championships.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Mhm.
He called me up, and he said, "Scott, you got some guy from Greenville who has pumped you out." I don't know if he's the basketball coach or if he's the mayor of Greenville. I don't know what.
We don't know either. It's
But this thing has gone viral.
Oh no.
So Uncle Chael said you need to
Yeah,
address
okay,
this,
yeah.
and you need to address it really quick. So,
Mixed martial arts. That's the guy they kick and hit, right?
yeah, they do everything. So I think, George, that
You can tell I've already been hit this weekend right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah. He cloned another bear.
The dog. I was trying to teach the dog how to swim and grab.
well,
him.
your dog's in on this too, so he knows what's going on. So, anyways, George, I've had to stay professional with
I
this
understand.
because, like Chael said, this has gone viral. This is no longer Greenville, the Midwest,
That's
the
right.
United
That's
States.
right.
I got you.
This has gone global.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So, I'm going to stay real professional here. All right. I bring no harm.
Right.
I'm going to bring the charm. But I want to remind you, I got the largest arms in all of the city of Webster Grove.
All right, I will stand down if necessary.
Okay. All
Absolutely.
right. So,
All right.
you got that one.
You
But
got my
I think,
attention now.
I think,
Right.
George, the thing that hurt me deeply
Okay.
was I thought you and I were tight.
Oh, okay.
Good
Yes.
friends, okay?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
That really hurt me.
Well,
So hopefully,
I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt you personally, but
but let me tell you what I'm dealing with right
yeah.
now.
Okay.
Not since Where's Waldo has anything gone this viral globally. Okay?
Wow.
There are a lot of people out there that are fascinated,
Yeah.
a lot of people that are interested, a lot of people are concerned, and some people are actually outraged at me that I would even hide this trophy
Oh,
from.
yeah.
Okay? I think these are Greenville alumni.
It might be.
And
It
the
might be.
millions that you're talking about might be a missionary on the other side of the United States. I have no idea.
But anyways, George,
World.
there's a little event going on, the Olympics here. This
Sure.
is
Oh,
trending
yeah.
higher globally
Wow.
than the Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you see the implications here.
See what you
All
started?
I do.
So I want to give you the reality here. You started counting these things, right?
Right,
The
sure.
reality. This is what Greenville's first all sports
I
trophy
believe so.
for the
It
sport.
is.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
That
It's a very big
stings a
deal
little
for us,
bit, but
Scott.
yes,
No,
okay,
it's a
so-
big
But
deal
but
for
it's
us.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Mad props to Greenville.
Thank you.
You brought the Gulaks back to second this year, but it is a big deal. So congratulations to Greenville,
Yeah,
the
thank you.
staff,
Thank you.
and your student athletes, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into counting this in a thing of time.
Okay. I've already
Take a
counted,
guess.
okay.
How many times has Webster won this?
Well,
How many
it's
times
been
has it been
since
offered?
1998, right?
So total times offered is what did we come up with?
I thought it was 25.
25 total opportunities to win it, right?
Is that about right?
That sounds
About,
right.
yeah.
Okay, 25.
So-
I'm gonna guess Webster's won it 22 or 23.
Okay, close. 21 times.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Given the world wants to know,
Right.
is Kilgallon hiding this trophy from Greenville?
Well,
all right.
right, yeah.
I want to hear, in front of the millions of fans watching this podcast, give you my side of the story.
Okay.
Yeah,
Again, that's
we-
fair. Yeah.
That's why we brought you.
That's right.
We want the truth.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the truth, right?
Okay.
So we won this 21 times.
Yeah.
So you can well imagine our trophy case is stacked.
Right?
Right? It's stacked, and it got hidden amongst all the other trophies.
Oh, it would be
Oh,
so. It would be so primarily low located for our trophy case. And we actually we've gotten so few trophies, we actually took our trophy
We got rid
case
of
away.
it. Yeah.
Well,
We
anyways,
removed it.
George, I was so stressed out over your call out and all
Yeah,
the hate mail I was
yeah,
getting.
yeah.
I even had Coach Bunch climb into the trophy.
Oh, well,
case.
I love
Hey,
Coach Bunch.
hey.
Okay.
I do love Coach Bunch. I want you to know I do
Yeah.
love him. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
That gives us an idea how big the trophy case is if Bunch is in there.
Well,
It's
exactly.
a huge
Well, if
trophy
this
case.
is
Coach
in the
Bunch,
back.
I didn't say that. It's done. Okay.
This is in the back.
Yeah.
So,
So anyways, George, this is the true story.
okay.
It was hidden amongst all the others,
Right.
okay? And that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. Okay, so now listen. I talked to your boss, Tom. Tom's your boss.
He's still my boss,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
Tom,
somewhere
I,
in there, yeah.
I got to say this too. I was looking at
Oh, no.
your staff.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And you've got the most extravagant title I've ever seen for an athlete.
Yes, he does.
If you
Yes,
met
he
our
does.
president, I get a different title about every other week.
Okay,
Yes,
So, yeah.
well, it's bigger than any D1,
Yeah.
2, 3
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Now, what are you
Yeah.
right now?
It
The
is.
Executive Vice President of the United States in charge of
That might be
Panther
right.
Athletics?
That might be right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with your president, tell President Davis I want to go to coffee with her. I'll
Yeah.
pay to see
Right.
if she could lobby on my behalf
Yeah.
for my upper district. So I can get a fancy
Absolutely.
title.
Absolutely.
Okay?
She's very good at that.
But
Yeah.
I digress. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So George, here's what
Back to
happened.
the trophy, right.
Coach I'll call you Coach Ackerman.
Do it. I love it.
Coach Ackerman had got in touch with me. He was very concerned. Hey, Doug and I and George got a little carried away here. I want to make sure you're
We
okay
all-
with
yeah,
all of
that's
this, right?
Yeah.
And I did tell him I thought it was funny, but anyways,
He was a good sport.
but anyways, Tom was like, "Can you bring this trophy out here?" Now I'm going to say this too. He's on vacation in Canada.
Yes,
I
yeah,
know.
we-
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
have a picture.
We do have a
I know.
picture.
Can we explain that for 1 second real quick? Because this goes with the title, right?
Yes.
Is it time to say this?
No, you-
Like you sent us a text last week and you said we need you to work on campus
Yeah.
pulling weeds and moving furniture.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we got a picture of us working.
Yeah.
And I think there was at the same time a picture of him.
Yes, I've got both, and we'll have Rob
Oh,
post
okay,
both
okay.
because I think
What I was doing
well,
during the time.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was at the
Yeah.
pool, and we
Okay.
were pulling weeds.
That's right.
So
That's what a
anyways-
vice president of athletics does.
I was curious.
Yeah.
I know that's not what I do.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
but anyways, Coach Ackerman said to me, Scott, can you show up and bring the trophy here? And if you do, I'll let George know it's on loan.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And he will return it to Webster University.
Oh,
next
okay.
year,
I gotcha.
Now-
That's good.
Now, George, again, this is busiest time of week for me, so
Sure.
coming out here is a big deal.
I know, it's
I
really
got
good.
lost somehow coming here. I don't know how, but anyways, I told Coach Ackerman, if I'm going to come out here this time of the year, I want another stipulation.
Okay.
Do you follow ice hockey, George?
A little bit. I mean, I grew up in the South, so I don't
Okay.
know the team. There's just
I love ice hockey.
Okay,
Okay, my
it's
last
the Blues.
place-
I'm in.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my last place, we actually won the national championships in Lake
Wow.
Placid.
Wow.
In the Herb Brooks Arena, where Team USA won the
Wow.
Olympics.
Well,
in
that's
1980,
impressive.
Right?
So what
was that
school
Eau
were you
Claire?
in then?
Wisconsin Eau Claire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyways, I love hockey. But anyways, you know that guy that takes care of the Stanley Cup?
Yeah. Right. There's
Right.
one guy.
And his one job is to take care of that Stanley Cup. He's got those fancy formal
Yeah.
hypoallergenic
Yeah.
gloves
Right.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
so
sure,
that
for
his
sure.
hand oil doesn't
Yeah.
get on him.
Yeah.
He's got that chamois wow cloth,
Yeah,
which
right.
they advertise as like 1 billion strands per square inch.
Sure, of course, yeah.
And that's his only job,
That's
is
his
to
job.
clean that all up.
Right, yeah.
Okay? And I told Tom I would make the trip out if you put George as that guy.
Oh, I will
I
do
signed the
that.
contract.
Yeah.
I will care for this
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Wherever it goes next.
So, George, I did learn from you from your call out. I like that you had that other trophy jammed in your pocket. So it kind of made sense to me that I think I have this stuff with me here.
Okay.
It's in this pocket,
It's in that
George.
pocket.
I wore my
Cargo shorts are the best. There's like 8 pockets per pant.
So George, you know,
Yes,
you
sir.
know that higher ed doesn't have a big budget.
No, we
right?
don't. Right.
So
Absolutely.
I brought to you some leftover latex gloves.
Thank you so much.
And I hate to bring up COVID, but they're
Right,
left
right.
over.
These are so great.
And George, those are clean, by the way.
Okay, and I can carry the trophy out with these, right?
Yes,
I will
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know, we don't have enough money for the chamois wow cloth,
Right,
okay?
right,
But
right.
I did abscond at a really upscale eatery.
Oh,
in
nice.
Webster Grove.
Nice.
It's very fancy.
Thank you
napkin
so much.
to
That
buff
is the
that
best.
photo.
I'll shake your hand.
You got to return
Wow,
it better than
that's-
you found it.
That's
obviously.
right.
So-
that is so good.
So you'll take care of that for
I will
us,
take
right?
very good care of
Alright.
this.
All
All
right.
right, for whoever gets it next, right? I want to be clear on that.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't
absolutely.
know.
Yeah, we know the link's
Absolutely.
getting better, which is a good thing.
Oh man, no kidding.
It's getting
But
better.
anyways, George, in all seriousness,
Yeah.
I thought your call out was
Man,
incredibly
one of these times
funny,
I feel like
George.
OJ
He's
over
actually
here.
putting them on.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
getting
feel like
this out.
OJ with the job. I'm not really going to say that, but gee,
That's
wait.
great.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, I'll take
but-
good care of it.
But
There we go.
George, in
Yeah.
all seriousness, the call out was very funny. Give me a fist bump here, George. You already give me a hug.
Oh,
Don't leave me
yeah,
hanging.
thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank
to
you for
Greenville.
coming over. That is
Yeah,
huge.
that's so cool.
Now look at this ring here.
Yeah, so this is
Is that the national
this is
championship?
one of the nationals we won. Fingers are getting fat here. But anyways, this was the ice hockey one here.
Wow.
It's kind
That
of cool.
is
to see.
How long
really
were you at Eau
nice.
Claire?
10 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
That
know we'll
is-
talk a little bit about the all sports trophy, but
Right.
but yeah, we won a few nationals there. We moved the
That
program.
is very special.
Wow.
I'll let my colleagues look at that.
Oh, that
We
is nice.
would like to order a ring like that. I mean, but you got to win the whole thing. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really hard to win the whole thing. Is there
That's
64 or
incredible.
32 teams that start the ice hockey?
Ice hockey actually has, I think it's just under 40. It's very
Okay,
condensed. So
yeah.
the quality is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Wow.
So
That's
that's super
incredible.
special. That's great.
Thank you.
I also have a championship ring from Kentucky.
Yeah.
When we were there, I was a grad assistant
Yeah.
in '96, and I wear it occasionally. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's fun.
I only go for these special occasions.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Gotta
that's
do it.
great.
Gotta
So
do it.
when do your kids start showing up? How are things
We
going?
actually, we've got a new chancellor now, and I've got meetings with him, and he's going to visit. I've already met with him once. He's going to meet with our staff
Now,
tomorrow.
do you get a little nervous when a new person comes?
No,
Oh, you're
I'm
out.
too old for that.
Okay.
And this is an athletic person, right?
Yeah. He
Okay.
actually played soccer and then played professionally.
Makes a big difference.
Great
Oh,
business
huge!
background.
So you understand.
So he visited with me the first day, so really,
Oh,
really
nice.
excited about that. And then the next day is when our students arrive, like you
Okay.
guys. So
Yeah.
it all begins, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
Mary was saying she was pretty excited about the new situation there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What's going on? So,
Yeah.
So,
So you guys, the fall sports kids come a little early, like a
yeah, we're only it's only about, they'll come in Wednesday and then we'll have our second group come in on Sunday.
Yeah.
When we do our compliance
Right.
meetings.
and no
all that.
football.
No football.
Man,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
yeah.
I mean, I love football. It's
No,
fantastic.
we had it in
Football's
my
great,
last
but it's
school
stressful.
too. It's a
Yeah.
full-time.
It is for sure.
full-time
Full-time
job.
work.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Yeah.
incredible to have. It's so great. It's just, it could be its own entity, outside of.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you
I-
gotta,
Scott, I am just in awe that you came over with the trophy. That is the best. You are such a great sport. You're changing my whole attitude of Webster. I mean, I really feel. I mean, we still want to beat you, of
George,
course.
you've always loved West.
I love Bunch. I mean, I do love Bunch.
Bunch is a great band. Yeah.
It is so great. Our girls always look forward to playing Webster. It's just it's the tradition of
Yeah.
winning.
Well,
So
yeah.
like when you play a long historic, Webster's been the best in literally everything, and it's just so
Yeah.
fun. You get fired up for those games, and I love it.
I got to give you props though too. 2 years ago, Chris won our conference and the sportsmanship trophy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
that's hard to do.
I've always said that is the pinnacle. If
Yeah.
you can, because they always give the sportsmanship to
Yep.
the very last place,
Yeah, no.
team, whatever. They say, well, they're nice. Well, let's give them something. But I mean, they won the conference and they won.
Yeah, we won that twice.
Yeah,
I
it's a big
appreciate
deal.
that.
Twice. Okay.
No, but
Yeah,
so
that's amazing.
love Matt Mitchell from
Yeah.
from Westman
Of
and
course.
Lee Ellis from Principia.
Yeah.
That year, Westman bumped us off from the All
Ah,
Sports and won
right.
the All Sportsmanship, and Lee Ellis sponsor the all sportsmen, but you're 100% right. Coming from Boston, everybody hates the Patriots.
Right, exactly right. If you
And,
win, you don't get this.
But isn't that what we want to do?
No, for sure.
Win,
Amazing.
sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that we can appreciate, whether it's us or Greenville, we got some other schools coming up in the conference,
really
which is
definitely.
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to me, it was like when I was at Eau Claire, I inherited the program when it was 68th in the country in the
Wow.
Directors' Cup, right?
Mhm.
And I think genuinely those of us that move these things forward, like you guys have done, I think the thing is you genuinely don't just focus on, I hate this word, high-profile sports.
Right.
You give
Across the board.
across the board,
Right.
both genders,
Yeah.
and that says you're running a good program, right?
Right.
So that's, something you guys have done really well, something we've really done. So to clear, we moved them up really quickly, 28th the next year, and then we were top 17 for 7 years and eventually 10th in the country.
Wow.
But the whole key to these type of things, it's rewarding programs who are making the experience for
Yeah,
all
doing
their
it the right
student
way.
athletes.
Yeah.
And I know Chris does this, and we try to do it at Greenville. I'm sure you guys do it, but we try to highlight character. I mean, that's just
Yes.
like that's the thing
Yeah.
in sport that
Yeah.
is a little bit lost. There's so much emphasis on winning, which is fun. Of course, we all
Yeah,
want to do
yeah.
it, but we try to highlight character. Did you? I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about the Olympics. As we watched the Olympics this year, I thought it was a better focus on the silver and the bronze and not just the gold. Did you guys feel that way?
Yeah.
In the past, it's like, if
Saw
you don't
that
win
little-
gold, you
yeah.
lose. And I'm
No,
like,
you're
no,
right.
that's crazy.
Yep.
But they
Yep.
seem to say, look, if you're there, that's great.
Mhm.
And then especially if you win a medal, incredible.
Yeah.
Did you feel like
I just feel like, just to make it to the Olympics
Amazing.
is
Yeah.
amazing, and that's part of that. We've heard so much about mental health today
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
especially in the United States, where second is considering losing.
Yeah, no,
that's
right.
not
we
healthy.
gotta
Yeah.
stop that.
Especially
Yeah.
for us, we're dealing with young 18 to
Yeah,
22
no
year
question.
That's right.
So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
reframe that for
yeah,
sure.
it's kind of I know when I go to our games and I see people and I'm appreciative, even if it's somebody from another team, they have different uniforms, but they're still
That's
young
right.
people.
That's not
right?
the enemy,
Yeah.
right? Co-facilitator in the battle.
Whether
Yeah.
it's our student athlete or a visitor, if they've had a bad day, it's nice when somebody's had a great game, everybody's patting them on the back.
Right.
But when you see that student athlete who's had a bad day, just go up and tell them, hey,
Yeah,
hang
right.
in there,
Absolutely.
I got a funny story not funny, an interesting story. So, our first individual national champion came in men's golf during COVID, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And Will Hawker won the SLIAC a couple times. Very, very good golfer.
Okay.
So went to the SLIAC championships, and these are things you try to be aware of. He had a horrible day. And of
Mhm.
course in golf you can tell
Yeah.
Sure.
the second day in. And he's hot. I think he finished 7th, which is way below his
Right.
capabilities. And I remember he's coming off the 18th green, totally depressed, hot, aggravated. And you don't realize sometimes, you don't even remember sometimes what you say to kids. But I remember saying, hey, Will, you got bigger things. He's
Mhm.
qualified for the NCAA tournament. And so I was at a baseball tournament for the SLIAC, and I get a call. We knew Will was in a 3-way tie for the national title the next day, and he wound up winning it.
Wow.
And the coach calls and he says, Will wants to talk to you, right? And you forget about these things.
Right.
But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said, Scott, I remember what you told me.
Right. Yes.
Wow.
And I said, well, I didn't know you'd become a national champion.
Right.
The other funny thing is he dyed his mustache blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better win if you
Yeah.
do. but we did get him
That's
a
good
national
stuff.
championship ring.
Wow,
And he
yeah,
asked,
that's the right
can we
thing to
get
do.
that blue mustache on the ring? I said,
Right, right.
absolutely.
That is
yeah.
awesome.
But I think that's
Yeah.
what's important.
That's
No,
right.
you never realize the impact of your words
Yes.
during that time, and young athletes are so impressionable,
Right.
and just that piece, that next level, just that contribution it
And
means
that can be
so
good or
much
bad,
to them.
right?
No,
That's our
100%. You have to
responsibility.
respect it both ways for sure. I want to ask about the baseball program.
Yep.
And if you feel like you implemented some of those things at Eau Claire, like saw a model for a national championship, the rankings. I mean, baseball has got to be the best sport at Webster in the conference historically. I mean, they've been ranked first in the nation several times, World Series
Right.
appearances.
So that occurred before I got here.
Okay.
All I do
Okay.
is I'll have conversations
I
with
gotcha.
Bill,
Yeah.
like even at
He's been there
O'Clair-
forever, right?
Yeah, I mean his record this year, 16 regular seasons,
Yeah.
broke this
Oh,
year.
wow.
But the conversation with the coach then, the same thing is,
Right.
how you doing? It's like
Yeah.
Belichick.
Absolutely.
You can't sustain 16 is
No.
unbelievable.
They won
Yeah.
16, first place 16 years in a row.
16 years
Oh
in a
my
row.
goodness.
Went to the World Series 5 times. We know Josh got drafted and is
Yeah.
still playing
Unbelievable.
for the Pirates. But that's nothing to do with me. I have
Yeah.
talked with Bill though about
Sure.
knowing how do we get to that next level now,
Yeah.
national champion.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
But if you've been around Bill, he's
Yeah.
he's all in. You know.
He is in. He's driven.
But I will tell you that when I interviewed at Webster, they were very nervous about coming from Eau Claire, and
Yeah.
if the emphasis
yeah.
was going to be
Yeah.
on national
Right.
championships,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
And during the interview, I told them, and no disrespect to the SLIAC, but they were worried about the WIAC, right?
Sure.
And I said, look, let me give you my scouting report, all right? You're the big dogs in the SLIAC, but
Mhm.
outside of baseball, you're irrelevant at the
Mhm.
regional level.
Right. Right.
I'm not talking nationals, but we put a lot of effort into
Sure,
this,
sure.
do it the right way.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that happen. The women's
Yeah.
basketball team is
Mhm.
playing
Oh
through the
man, they had
roof.
a great year.
Yeah, Hawker with winning the nationals, and then
Mhm.
one of the facts which I think is amazing is you remember one of your runners,
Mhm.
one of our runners,
Yeah.
the Principia runner, swept
Yep.
the top
Yep,
three
that
in
was
the
incredible.
NCL do a 200
That was
meters.
incredible.
So
Yep.
that's where I'm hoping
Yeah.
we keep driving that up, and the conference.
Yeah.
And
No,
we're seeing
absolutely.
that now. I think
Absolutely.
we've got some schools in our conference who will be competing for this next year.
Mhm.
The southern schools are
Yeah.
certainly going to
No
have
doubt.
Oh yeah, they're
No
good.
doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna
High
be-
tide raises all boats, so I mean, that's a big deal. This is really special in this regard. I know and you knew Lee McKinney when Coach
I actually
didn't know him. Okay,
I-
well he got sick, and the conference really rallied around him. We had prayer for him several times, and we put the ribbon on our jersey one time. And the McKinney family is very special, but he would love this. He would love that you
I've heard a
came
lot
over.
about him. I think
Yeah.
he passed before I got to
He would love to know that you came over and we're doing things together as a conference,
Right.
and it's in good nature. We're competing, like you
Yeah.
said. And the guy, I'll say sometimes to the team, I'll say, "Hey, who's the enemy tonight?" And they'll look at me and funny because they think they're supposed to say Fontbonne or Webster or whatever, and they really ultimately realize, no, it's us. We have to play to the best of our ability and let it go at that, and so. But this is fun.
I think it says a lot about Webster too. You have so much consistency in your coaches. People
Yeah.
come there, they stay, they want to be there. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, Tom, I appreciate it. So when I interviewed, I saw that right away.
Mhm.
And I will say at my
Yeah.
last place, it wasn't that they were not good people.
Right.
They were very good people and
Yeah.
but there was so much pressure to win national titles that
Yeah.
things were kind of siloed.
Right.
The group here, you could tell,
Yeah.
work hard,
Yeah.
like each other.
Yeah.
And I knew I'm like, okay, if I get the job, I'm inheriting a really good group of
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
at Webster.
Tom Hart, shout out to him.
Yeah.
He did a
Oh,
good
for
job.
sure. I have a great relationship with Mary, your volleyball coach, and to see when she has an alumni game event, they flood, they come back.
Yes.
She's always got alum on her staff. She's got so many people, so she's done a great job. And she's the only coach I don't have a winning record against.
Oh,
So
there you go.
yeah, I'm coming to get her. I'm
Mary,
coming.
that's
I'm coming for her. No,
You wanna
she's-
point in the camera
She does.
and
I don't. She does such a great job. So I just totally respect what she's done there.
Yeah,
So.
and the one thing I appreciate that I love about this staff is we have the challenge, get the benefit of being close to St. Louis proper.
Yeah.
But our facilities are spread all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
tough.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing to me to see not only our student athlete, but our coaches go out to all the different
Mhm.
venues to
Yeah.
support each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
So I feel very fortunate.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's what helps you sustain that
Yeah.
type of level.
No, absolutely. Well, it's incredible what you guys have done. Thank you so much for
Yes.
coming
Yeah, this was
over.
fun. This was
I will
fun.
take
It was-
great care
it
of
was
this, I promise.
And we need to get this to Brian and Dick. They got to get some showing this kind of camaraderie here in
Oh,
the SLIAC.
yeah, of course.
They better blow
Absolutely.
this up
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
exactly.
So Sound good?
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming. We appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Scott. Good to see you, man.
You too.
So great.
Yeah.
Thank
And the
you so
gloves.
much. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. We got a special remote show that I think you're really going to enjoy. See you soon.
See you guys.